असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय।
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय। सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्वी नावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। शांति शांति शांति। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय। शांति शांति शांति। Good afternoon. Guten Tag. How are you all doing? Keeping well? It's the story of marriage, part 2. So, but I am not going to tell. Okay. For spoken students, I just did it in 2 episodes. Still, it's not over. But I will take up some other time. I have so much to tell on that. It's a big subject. So if you have this prayer book in your hands, please see page number 75. There's a very important quote. The last quote in the page. You should work like a master, not as a slave. Work incessantly, but not do slave's work. Pay as much attention to means as to the end. So this is Swamiji asking us to become karma yogins. You know, when you use the word karma, it's a Sanskrit word, it has 2 meanings. Karma means action. Karma also means prarabdha. You know, sometimes we say, this is my karma. Okay, when you say, this is my karma, what do you mean by that? Word karma there? My fate, right? My fate in the sense that something you did in the past, now actually you are experiencing the fruit of that action now. That's why you say, my karma. So you are not referring to the action that you performed at that point of time, but you are referring to the fruit of the action. The action you performed sometime in the past, now you are reaping the fruit of it. So they say the my karma. So karma, action is by nature entangling, because you know everybody is actuated by some motive. When you engage in action, you always expect some fruit, some result. Because of that, it entangles you. it creates bondage. Today you are in this form because of the actions you performed in your previous birth with some other embodiment. Present actually is a resultant of that, product of that. You did something in the past with the body, some physical body. Sum total of all those actions created a samskara. That samskara brought you the present embodiment, present body. And the actions that you perform in this birth through this body determine the next birth. Like that, actually, cycle goes on: birth, death, death. Okay? So, this is a continuous cycle. You have to break the cycle if you really want to get to freedom. So, anything that is cyclical is oppressive, and actually it stifles of freedom. But we don't really figure out. That's why most people, they don't struggle consciously towards that freedom, except if people like Buddha and Vivekananda. The Lord says in the Bhagavad Gita, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye yatataamapi siddhanam kaschin mam veti tatvatah. Among thousands and thousands of people, if you understand that I am already stuck in the cycle, I need to come out of the cycle. So in this culture, we use the word samsara. How to go beyond this samsara. How to cross the ocean of samsara. What is the samsara? They were referring to this cycle. Cycle, continuous cycle. So you have to break through that cycle. How you do that? So ultimately, actually, you have to go free yourself from action. But it's not easy, no. There are so many people actually, they say, I don't want to do any action. Because action always involves some friction. But you have not become, or you can't become free from action just like that. Even if you are maybe sitting just like that without doing any action. But thoughts are happening. Thought is going on. Thought is also action. So there is no option, as Swamiji says in his Karma Yoga lectures beautifully. This is wheel within wheel. There is no way, there is no option for you to come out of that karma like that. You have to come out of karma, the cycle of karma rather, karmic cycle it is called, samsara, only through action. How do you do that? When you learn to do work with detachment. You know, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that, Karmani eva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadashana, to Arjuna. Karmani eva adhikaraha te. You have the right only to perform action of Arjuna, but to not expect the fruit thereof. Fruit, I will decide what fruit you should get. But if you put your mind on the fruit, the result, final outcome, you won't be able to focus on the means. You know the second statement in the quote, pay as much attention to means as to the end. Most of the times we lose our goals, we don't get the fruit that we expect because our concentration actually is shifted from the means to the end. We have only one mind. God has given us one mind. The mind that is totally preoccupied with the end, the outcome of the action, won't be able to focus on the means to achieve the objective. So you have to concentrate only on the effort, that you will be able to do it conveniently and with great efficiency only when you forget the outcome of the result. Most of the times, it's the fear that holds us back. I'm putting in so much of effort. I'm actually investing so much of time, so much of money. Will I get the fruit of my effort, my labor? What if I don't get? That creates fear. The moment you have that thought, that creates fear. That's why all our scriptures, all our sages ask us learn to work with detachment. One more beautiful sloka is there in the Bhagavad Gita in the second chapter. Where yogastha purukarmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddhya siddhya samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. Krishna gives a definition for yoga there. Samatvam yoga uchyate. Unperturbed evenness of mind is yoga. Unperturbed evenness of mind is yoga. So in our case, action always creates a lot of turmoil in the mind because of this expectation of fruits, result-oriented action. But that is slavery, Swamiji say. That's a kind of doing work with slavish mentality. Work like a master, never like a slave. He or she is a master who actually doesn't care for the results and engages in work just for the sake of work. Karma kosme, pani kosme, work kosme. Whoever says that, they are heroes according to Vivekananda. Yogastha kurkarmani. First get established in yoga. What is yoga? Unperturbed evenness of mind. Samatvam yoga uchyate. So you perform siddhya siddhya samo bhutva, considering success and failure as the same. How can you do that, Swamiji? You may ask. No, that's the life, the art. How can I consider failure and success as the same? You know, when success comes, we get elated. When failure comes, we get dejected, disillusion, depression. That is slavish mentality. Swamiji says. So you don't get attached to your fruit of action. When you are free from that attachment to your final outcome, then you are a hero and you are free from within. Out of that freedom comes the real work. Out of that love actually comes the real work. So Vivekananda, how much of action he could perform? In 10 years, just 29 to 39 he walked, but just see the quantum of work that he performed. That much of power is there in all of us, but it doesn't get manifest, it doesn't find expression because you always fear about the result and the outcome. We are kind of slaves in the sense that this much of effort I am putting, this much of time I am investing, this much of money I am investing, my parents are giving money, what if I don't get? That creates fear. The moment fear comes into the mind, your efficiency in action will come down. That's why learn to work like a master. What it is, what it means, don't expect the fruit of action. Anyway, fruit will come, but your attention should not be on that. On that. Then you are a master of your action, then you are a Karma Yogi. Central government has started a scheme, Mission Karma Yogi. It wants to train all the government employees, into this Karma Yoga. Don't just do like karma, just be Karma Yogi. Love the country, have patriotism, what I can do for my country. When you have this kind of attitude, you'll be able to do better. One individual will be able to perform that action of 10 people. So they want to improve the efficiency of the government staff. For that, actually, government has initiated this scheme, and they're trying to motivate them, to learn with passion, to work with passion, to work for the country. Little patriotic spirit they want to infuse, and also with detachment. Basically, all of philosophy says. Now, thank you. Have a nice day.